2, 1. Ka tira te whānau nau mai hoki mai anō ki tētahi pō o te korofufu tuarua, the second boil. We're about to get into this show with our special guest and our co-host whānau. Nā reira, nau mai, hara mai, let's go. Rara, ka tiake te whānau, nei rā mātua native, aka Native Assassin, aka the guy that talks way too much on the stream, e mihi ana kia koutou. Pass it on to the break, kia ora.
Yo, so for those who don't know, I am the second host of the second boil, Axiom Ultra Mega or Haxiom, and I'll pass you on to our next host.
Guys, welcome back. It's nice to be here. It's Choco, for those that don't know, also known as Shay. And on to our special guest, as Kahu says, the godfather of Twitch. Let's go. On to you, bro. It's on to you, bro, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yep.
Oh, can we just ban Kahu real quick? As you guys know, Suplex. It's an honor to come on to you guys' second ball up, and yeah, it's a bit weird being on the other side because I'm usually interviewing people, so it's and I do that on the side like through radio as well. So I don't think I've been interviewed before, so this is new grounds for me. So yeah, I just want to say thanks to you guys and the Ngasi Gaming crew for having me on.
Hard to believe that you're actually nervous, considering you're someone that's usually involved in the space with other people. So
seems so natural too.
Yeah, like you would think that you're a professional or something like that, eh? So
yeah, I'm a professional.
Hey,
it's because like when you're on the other side, you know what you're doing. You're prepared. So when you're getting interviewed, you're like, you don't know what's going to happen. So.
Yeah.
I'm usually cool with going with the flow, but again, this is new ground, so yeah.
That's cool. We appreciate having you on. So usually we start off with the saying ko ai koe no he koe. So who is this guy that's speaking with us tonight, and where are you from?
My name is Sam. So everyone knows me as Suplex or Sam. Born and raised here in Christchurch. Parents are both Samoan. We're both from Savai'i, so my villages are Ngakai Vai and Vaigo Paloli. And yeah, that's me.
And what about the streamer? Who's Suplexcity? What does he do?
Just streams, I guess. When I first started streaming, I did it was me and two other mates of mine, Karen and Terry, and we all decided to stream, but we didn't know what to stream on. And this was before COVID. But yeah, the whole journey through streaming from like last year to now has been unplanned. So yeah, everything along the way has been awesome. The people I've met have been awesome, and yeah, if I was to say to myself, like, this is where I am, if I was to tell my, Suplex at the beginning of it, I'd be like, hey, So yeah, it's again, I'm literally just winging it every day.
Oh, that's crazy.
That sounds even better, bro.
Yo. I suppose if we look at how much you've winged it and the results that have come from that, but let's look at the city you've built. Really positive, strong community full of streamers. You're out there, proactive, been involved in other people's streams, supporting them, helping the new streamers rise up in the scene. It goes without saying, like, the amount of support that the city has given.
Is that a question or a statement, bro?
Yeah, that's a statement. That's an absolute statement. But please, because I know Sam is too humble for his own good.
Yeah. Thank you
Okay.
for coming along to the second boil where we're just gonna chuck compliments at you because you went to it yourself.
Yeah, but like I told you before, bro, this is no place to be the humble kumara pai that you are, man. Be a potato. Feel free to talk about, everyone that you're involved with. So,
Mm.
yeah.
You know,
Um,
I've met some. So I'm just gonna make another statement. I've met some like really good friends through a lot of the the people you put up for affiliate and all of that, bro. I'd never have met a lot of these people if it hadn't been for you, bro. So I had a lot to thank you for, eh? So and I
Right.
think our whole community does, like all our
Mm.
communities, like for the work that he's doing. Now he's doing the most wanted weeklies, support
Yeah.
like people going for affiliate. On that question, so how many founders badges do you have?
I'm pretty sure, like, if it's not 60, it's like 59 or 58. I got like 2 or
Let's
3
go.
last night.
Any notable names in there?
Um, like Kazillion?
nice.
Yep.
Let's go.
Claim. But shout outs to Claim, because that's something that me and Claim, so we've been sort of, having like a little like versus battle on who can get the most founder badges. So yeah, that's something that me and him, like, because we see on streams, we see like like follower goals or like sub goals.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but like, what's cooler is to have like founders badges, like the number,
Yeah.
So that's something that me and Claim like to do, and yeah, we'll try to beat each other. But yeah, it's a fun contest between ourselves. But yeah, when it comes to the city, again, that name didn't come about till like just recently, about like 2-3 months ago, or maybe 4 months ago, when I sort of realized what the city had turned into, which was sort of like a hub where I wasn't even in there and I'd see people hanging out, and
I love that.
which was really cool. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to change it from like, because I don't want it to be my Discord. I wanted it to be like a community Discord,
Yeah.
somewhere where like anyone can come through, regardless of what corner of the globe you're at, and just come and chill out and just hang out with some cool people. And as Axiom was saying, you will meet a whole lot of cool people too along the way. So it's cool you guys pop through all the time as well. And yeah, that's what it is. It's just a hub. It's not it's not something that I own or something that Flame or Classic or Rusty because it owns us. Yeah, we want it to be family oriented, community based, just like you guys know. With the Māori community, you guys, when you do something together. It's not about yourself as an individual. It's about the community, or it's about what you can do for others, because essentially I find enjoyment in doing things for like other people, like like seeing success, seeing other people succeed. Like, we actually feel real happy. We've had people come through, they're like, oh, Roger, one of the boys from Alaska, he won like this music thing. And we're just like, man, we're like over the moon with the name. So yeah, we just want to promote as much. And yeah, that's why it's weird. It's like, you being in the spotlight, sort of, being asked to come on here is a bit weird.
But like, yeah, 100% agree. Once you start like on that journey, when you're helping people succeed and watching people succeed, it becomes very infectious, say, like it spreads to everyone around you, and it's just a really good feeling having your people winning, like when they're your people winning. And like, and when I say people, just like friends, family, just people, and that's a really awesome feeling. The other thing I like about the Discord, bro, is you see people hanging out, right? But you see there's a sort of I say a misconception that like to hang out you always have to be talking, but I see people in there just sitting there chilling out and they're saying nothing too, which is also just chilling out, not saying anything. Because a lot of people feel uncomfortable just not saying anything and think, oh, social anxiety.
Yeah.
But you can hang out there. Like I've been in the city chats a while, and the people just come in mute and just listening,
Right.
listening into the yarns. But that's something that's quite rare. People think you have to actually be actively engaging.
Yeah.
Where some people mentally
Yeah.
just being there and not having to say stuff helps them as well.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I buzz out at some of the conversations that happen in the city chat. Like from Nomad to Jiggy and their antics to Rusty.
Yeah.
You know, but it's very welcoming at the same time. You know,
Yeah.
there's no judgment there. It's just it's quite entertaining. It was really entertaining. I
Yeah.
especially enjoy the way that you take the piss out of each other, because you just do it so well, but nobody gets
You
cut
know,
up.
you know your family when you roast each other, yeah?
You hard out.
If you're not family, you're usually polite and, you know, hello, how you doing, you know? But,
Yeah.
you know, when they jump in, they're like, oh, not this whore. What is this guy?
Oh, this
Yeah.
guy's on. I'm gonna go. No.
Yeah.
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 No, but we've had people, so that's, like, I haven't noticed it, but yeah, there's so many times where we just sit in there and not say anything. And there's been people that have come through new and they're like, are you guys muted? Or like, nah, sometimes we just sit in here and it's the fact of just being there, but we're doing our work, you know, but
Yeah.
we're just in there.
Just amongst it, and
Yeah.
that's a really cool thing, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
There was one thing I started doing a while back, and I was just sitting in the Discord chat on my own. And I remember one of the boys jumping in saying, "Are you alright?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why is that?" And they're like, "Oh, I just saw you in here by yourself." And I was like, oh, "I'm just here just in case someone wants to chat or wants to hang out." So,
Yeah.
you know. And then the other boys started doing that too. And the other people in the Discord started doing that too. And I think that's how it sort of evolved into, you know, I wasn't even in there and people were in there.
Yeah.
You know? So that was always my thing, is like just being available in case someone wanted to chat, or you know, I'd just be in there doing work,
Yeah.
and then someone would pop in like, hey, how'd you do? Check up, and then they'll leave again. I was like, you know,
No, yeah, it's become a real solid kickback spot. Like since been in there, you know, been watching like rugby league games to watching people's streams, you know,
Yeah.
from to watching classic play GTA,
Mm.
to Rusty beating somebody up. Yeah, no, like I said before, it's very entertaining. But let's come back to you, like in your stream. So, what do you stream?
So at the big, like now, or
Oh well,
Whole
but,
journey, Bolt.
yeah, whole
This is the
journey.
whole
Yeah.
fucking pop up.
okay, I'll start from the beginning. When I first started streaming, I was streaming games like Tekken, or it was mainly Tekken, and you know, it was when I started streaming, I had like two viewers. It was me and my bot, not my bot, my alt account in there, and sometimes it was like Shinobi, like the guy that I started streaming with, and it was hard. Like I didn't get affiliated for like 3-4 months, and when I got affiliate, I started thinking to myself, you know, I came across some people, some other streamers and stuff, and this is sort of a bit off topic, but I thought, what can I do to help others? And then I sort of said to myself, I want to be the person that I wish I had when I started streaming. So, which is why I started, you know, really wanted to help out people, and that's sort of what, you know, led to the city. But we'll talk about that later. But what I did stream was like Tekken. I did a lot of Among Us as well when that game came out, and like, it didn't come out, but like, you know, it sort of popped in November, and I met a lot of people through that as well. I was streaming Among Us almost every night, and you know, we had like those use like Panda, Classic, Claim, Shinobi, Honky Tonk. Yeah, there's so many Goblin King in there, so many of them, and then from there I started. I think I might have like taken a break, maybe. I'm not too sure. Like I was doing like random things. I was doing like IRL streaming, you know, shooting out the back, just chatting stuff, and then because I hate sort of watching the same thing. So on Twitch, I always see like gaming streams, a whole lot of it. And at the time, there weren't too many streams of like this nature, like chatting, like sort of talk back sort of stuff.
Yep.
And it had been in my mind. So when I did the hot seat, and I had Classic on as the first hot seat interviewee, I had that idea like the year before, and I just sat there, and I was like, man, like, and it wasn't until I sat into Discord and I asked Classic, I was like, yo, can I interview you this Wednesday or whatever day it was? And he was like, yeah, sure, bro. And then I was like, okay, I publicly announced it. Now I must stream, and I must do this. And then I started doing, the hot seat where I'd interview people from the community, wanting to provide another platform to promote their stream, to introduce them to, the city family as well, and put them on a platform as well. And I did that. I've done 20 shows, and I've been meaning to start it back up because I did 10 in the first season, and then I did another 10, and then I had like another, it was supposed to be like a 2-week break, but I think this is like the 3rd week I've had a break, so I definitely need to get back into it. But it's just been a whole lot of random stuff, ideas, and then just doing it. Like, when I did the streams out the back, I was like, oh, I want to do a just chatting stream just out the back where just like relax and catch up with everyone, and then I just did it.
Yeah, your cocktail ones are fun, bro.
See, like that stuff, like that was just, wouldn't it be cool to do like? And then I did I did a couple cooking with Suplex, on the Fridays where I made like ramen, and I think I made like a traditional Samoan dish as well.
Nice.
And it was just like playing around with like different content, and I can't sit and do the same thing all the time. Which is why, like, no hate on these streamers, but I don't know how you can stream COD or like Apex and like just do that. To me, that's just like, oh my gosh, like I can't. I need to mix it up somehow. So, I guess that's where like sort of the, full send, just do it sort of side of me comes in. Oh, that's a cool idea, just do it.
Yeah, it's really initiating some of the initiatives that you come up.
It's like some of the best
streams.
ideas, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You get an idea, just do it. Let's go.
Something as simple as just being able to sit on your couch in front of a camera, with a cigar in your hand and just talk. I like that because it's so chill.
Yeah, I think I did like cigar etiquette streams where like I actually, because I did some research on cigars as well, and I was like, oh, this would be cool to teach people, how to actually do it. Not that they're going to go out and smoke a cigar, but, just random info, really.
Yeah. Those are the dope ones. And like, how did you even, because you said that you started with your friends, but what influenced you into getting into streamer? Like, have you always been a gamer, or was it just something that you kind of just got into?
Yeah, so me and Solid Shinobi, I had met him on Fortnite. And this is going back like day one Fortnite, because we were playing, I was playing at the time Paragon, which was a game that Epic were working on, which was sort of, would it be like League of Legends?
Yeah, as a MOBA.
League of Legends,
MOBA.
Yeah. So if you can think of, the camera angle of, Fortnite, that was sort of the same, but you had, as League of Legends, like different legions and stuff, and it was wicked. Like I love playing that. And then they announced Battle Royale for Fortnite, and Paragon, they dropped Paragon, and then I played Fortnite, and it was day one, bro. I was playing it, and then it just blew up, and I met a whole lot of people. That's where I met like people like Solid Shinobi, Ali, and Rai, and they were the guys I was playing, the first 3-4 seasons of Fortnite till like 7 in the morning. It was stupid. And then come last year, we always talked about it, like, talked about streaming and stuff. So then me and Solid Shinobi said, let's do it, bro. And I knew nothing about PCs, and I thought, I'll just buy a pre-built one. And I went onto Mighty Ape, and I bought like the cheapest PC they had, and it was pre-built, and it was about like $990 or something, and I still have it, and it's the PC that I stream off now. So that was like about over a year and a half ago that I picked up this PC, and me and Solid Shinobi just decided, and Terry, we decided, we'll stream together, and give it a go. Did a whole lot of researching on where to stream. There was what was that one that what's his name? Ninja Witsu?
Mixer.
Mixer, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the time, it was like we were looking at Mixer, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and we, for about 2 months, we were like, would do our own little research, and we'd come to you like, yo, like, what did you find out? Why would Mixer be good? We like, I still have stream keys for like all those platforms.
Yo, aroha mai to our Mixer refugees.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, I've come across streamers that streamed on Mixer, and then they've had to come over to Twitch because Mixer died.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was playing a lot of Fortnite, and it was me and Soy Shinobi and Terry, we decided to give streaming a go, and we all bought PCs together, and then went on to Google Images looking for like bootleg freaking overlays and trying to figure out how to work OBS and all that. But yeah, it was through the love of gaming really that got me into streaming. And because lockdown happened, like COVID happened, we're like, okay, well, what else is there to do, But yeah, it was just through gaming.
So from becoming a gaming streamer to the current streamer that you are now, what were some of the biggest challenges that came with it?
Definitely like not knowing what I was doing. Definitely the first like 3-4 months where I had like no viewers in my streams. Those were the hardest. But because I would say the beginning was the hardest. Just because again I didn't have a.
Agree with you there, bro.
Yeah. I didn't have a community or anything.
Like trying to do it on your own is rough. Like.
Yeah.
You can go months, and there are some people I've seen struggling for like going on a year now. And the fact that we do have people helping makes it I'd say easier. So just so people know, well, if you can get 3 viewers and above on average, you're supposed to be top 10% in Twitch. Like if you can think of the numbers where that many people are trying to stream, and you get in there. And the old Twitch isn't set up to like help new streamers as well. Yeah. So it can be rough. It's not until personally I found a few communities that helped me, but they're all overseas. That's the second thing for us over here. Our main time is like Twitch downtime.
Yeah.
Makes things way more rough.
Yeah, so like if you're streaming after work, there's not the numbers, so you're gonna be doing something pretty special, unless you grow a community like all the people here have.
Yeah.
And support each other.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'd say was the hardest thing.
It's very smart that you've created something based on, I guess, what were your shortcomings when you first started. So, and a lot of people resonate with that. They've jumped on board to do the exact same thing. And I guess what it's done is it's laid down the foundation for a lot of us who have come in at this time to be able to stream now, I can honestly say I wouldn't be as confident of a streamer if I didn't have the support of NG, the city, NSSG, people from the Aggressive Fams, GG Fams, they all come together. All these different communities to help support, beginning streamers.
Yeah. Because the thing is, like, I was, like, there are a few people in the city that, like,
sort of have been around Twitch for a while, and they warned me of things, they always said, watch out for these sort of things, it can happen. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, why would this stuff happen, Because for me, it's like, why would you, I don't want to go into specific, but why would you, like, cause these dramas or, why? Because, like, as you said, when it's our, like, time to stream here, like, the afternoon, it's downtime for Twitch because everyone else is, we're such a small market here. I don't want to say market, we're such a small community here
Yeah.
that
Mm.
we shouldn't be fighting over everything. We shouldn't be. I've heard other bigger streamers talk about, like, be careful because these are your viewers, and if you promote other people, you might lose them and go to there. And I'm like, it's I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're way too small of a community to be fighting over crumbs.
100%.
So
Exactly.
yeah, that's why I'm like, we need to come together. We need to, because what I like to say, what a lot of the boys like to say is, like, when I eat, we all eat.
Yeah.
There's none of
Oh.
this, oh, this is mine, you can't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we see something that is fitting for you guys, like Te Wiko Te Reo Māori,
Yeah.
we're like, nominations, like, throw them out there, sort of stuff. Like, there's, again, we're such a small community, we should not be fighting over, like, crumbs, man. It's
Oh.
and that's why I just want to. I've streamed a lot less now, and I think Talia mentioned it when I did the 12 minutes.
Yeah.
The 12-minute stream. She's like, "Oh, it's good to see you streaming more often now." I was like, "Hey," I didn't realize until she said then that I was like, "Oh, I actually haven't been streaming. I've been, too busy doing other things, or,
Promoting
just
everyone else.
providing."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Supporting.
The other side too, yeah, the
streaming.
balance is tipped from streaming to helping everyone else.
Yeah.
Mm.
Don't spend more time in people's chats yarning than in your own streaming.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, again, it comes back to, like, being the person I wish I had when I started streaming.
Yeah.
And that's been, like, sort of, what I've been, like, what's been pushing me, like, man, I wish I had, when I started streaming, it would have been so cool to have a raid of, like, even 10 people. So a lot of the times, after our Among Us streams or whatnot, or, I'd get claimed to find, or classic to find, like, a streamer with, like, no viewers, or because, again, in my head I was like, man, I'd flip if someone had rated me with 20 people.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of streamers these days, they'll end their stream and they'll stream like a real big streamer. I'm like, that's cool, if you're showing love to them, but the reaction you get out of streaming, out of rating someone with, like, low viewers, and their pure enjoyment is massive. And, like, again, that comes back to helping other people and finding enjoyment in their happiness. So when we rate someone and it's someone with, like, no viewers, and then they go like, "Oh my gosh, I've never had this," it's like, it's a bit selfish, but that's, we all find happiness in it. It's like, oh man, that's so cool. Look how happy that person is. We've made their day. And it costed
Very
us
wholesome.
nothing.
Yeah.
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 It
Hard
didn't cost
out.
us anything, and then the fans come through with follows, and and then help them to get affiliate, and then that's why, like, when I sometimes when I'm just sitting there, I'll browse and I'll be like, I'll search up first affiliate stream, and then I'll sub to someone I don't know. It's their first affiliate stream, and they've got, like, 3-4 people in their chat, and they've got founders badges, and this comes back to farming for founders badges, which is why I go, first affiliate stream, and then I'll go in there and I'll be like, "Yo, congrats on getting affiliate." They're like, "Oh, thank you so much," and then you sub to them, and then they'll be like, "Oh no," because they've grinded for, like, months to get there, and they've just had some random sub to them, and they'll just be like, "Oh," and it's, I don't know. It might sound weird, but yeah, I do that sometimes.
I understand that wholeheartedly, bro. It's yeah.
Yeah. That's,
And then you find those genuine streamers, bro, that they appreciate it, but at the same time, that they're not there for the numbers, they're not there for the subs, they're there for the genuine passion of wanting to stream because they enjoy it. So when you got people that come along and they engage and they enjoy it with you, yeah, it's a good time. It's a real good time. Yeah. And naturally, those of us, those people out there that go out and show us some love, we do our best to reciprocate it. Yeah. And because you're a good example of that, my brain. How I say that is, when we first started streaming the second boil, you were the first, one of the first ones that actually came into our voice channel and say, "Hey, I love what you're doing. That's amazing. Keep doing what you do. Respect it fully." And like me, I don't know about anyone else, but speaking for myself personally, I was buzzing. I was like, bro, we just had a random come in, and we were like, yeah, he was giving us ups. Yeah,
actually helped light the fire. Actual.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it's like, so what do we do? Do we go back and do we show the brother some love too? So yeah, so that's why we came over to the Discord and we were like, bro, can you give us some more advice? What can we do to, make ourselves better?
Yeah, that's the thing. When I seen you guys do the second ball, I was like, yo, this is mean. Like, do more. Like, I love this. I was doing the hot seat, and people always think like, oh, I shouldn't do this because it's so similar to theirs or whatever. I'm like, just do it. I had someone hit me up and said, oh, I want to do like a sort of like a talk show thingy, but like if it's too close to your content, then just let me know. Like, I can do something else. I was like, I don't care, just do it. Like, I love different content. Like, your stories, what you talk about is not going to be the same as mine. Everyone has a different story, and that's why when I seen you guys do that, I was like, I need to go in there and push these guys because I want to see more, and I just want to tell them that they're on the right track and just push them because, again, you guys have different stories that are relatable to like other people, So yeah, that's why I said I needed to come in and say that to you guys because, like doing the first stream is the hardest.
Yeah.
And when you hear it from other people who come and like, oh, that's really nice, like keep it up, it makes you feel good. And the same thing happened to me, when I did my first hot seat, and people say, oh, bro, I'm loving that content, keep it up. Like, oh, me. So I knew the stage you guys were at when you did the first one because the first one can be real hard because you're like, oh, was that good? Should I keep doing it? So I just again, I genuinely meant it. When I came in and I said, it was dope. Keep that stuff up. Keep doing it again. Your stories are going to be different to the next person. So, everyone, if you want to do a talk, just do it. Don't think, oh, it's too close to the second ball. Or it's too this. It's too that. Or
I think
when you actually look at it, bro. Like when you actually look at it, we got a ton of talented artists doing art streams. Right?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't hurt to have a ton of people just having the yarns, because I think on this side of the globe, we just do that like naturally. Like just jump on, have a yarn, and then talk about things that matter to you or don't matter, or things that grind your gears.
And as I say, like, as Pacific, because we're all Pacific Islanders here, right?
Yep.
As Pacific Islanders, we are all storytellers.
100%.
So this sort of sphere that we're in, we're doing talks and stuff. That's natural to us as a people because we are the product of our ancestors. Of the stories that we passed down.
Yep.
So it's natural for us to be doing so. The more sort of talks and engagement we can have, the better. There's heaps of people doing gaming. You can do gaming too, and you guys do it. You guys do this. You guys also stream games. So it's cool that you guys mix it up and provide like another platform for other, because a lot of people don't like to watch gaming, to be honest. They'd rather just they like this sort of engagement where you guys are chatting to someone or you're chatting to the stream, and people come in and can ask questions and stuff. And so you guys are providing like a service, should you say, to the rest of the community. So I love it.
Well, interesting enough, some of the stories that we've had on the second boil have really resonated with the community, even with us as a hostie. And we're extremely grateful for the time that we get from our whānau that come on board. So again, like, we do our best to try and reciprocate that. One of the things we do is, like, we were pretty gutted that because we wanted to try and support like the hot seat at the same time, but both shows were running at the same time. So we were like, oh, okay, here's another way we can do it. Let's take our whānau from here and raid the hot seat once we finish over here, so bringing all the people over to your side, and then it just shows, oh yeah, well, we're maintaining that same vibe,
Yeah.
So,
always
blurring the
appreciate
lines,
you
eh?
guys always finish before me, eh? That's what's annoying.
Yeah.
When I get a red, like, man, like, what's just the right
Yeah.
here, guys? But yeah,
It's a bit of a race sometimes, eh? No.
yeah, yeah. But you guys are doing an awesome job, and as I said, don't think about it like if I stream at this time, it's clashing with that person. It's just if you can work around it, you work around it. But if you can't, then it is what it is, and people come through because they want to listen to you anyway. So, and there's always VODs anyway. So if you really did want to listen to it, you could just watch the VOD back.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah.
Mean. So, geez, just looking at half of these people in here, they need a good swing at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, yourself included. Thank you very much, sir. No,
I actually had a question. I was actually not really a question because you do so much. You support our community so much. What's like one of your number one tips around like for a starting out streamer or someone that hasn't cracked affiliate yet, or that's thinking about streaming? Like, what's like one? If you gave them one piece of advice, or maybe two or three, if you wanted.
This one's being said heaps, and it's like basically plug yourself into a community. If you're starting out, find streamers that you like to watch. Don't find the real big ones because I don't know what it says, but like to them you're just another name in their chat, and it'll be real hard for you to sort of get to know them more. Whereas if you find a streamer who has 5 viewers or 3 viewers, and you go into their chat and then you say hi and you like their vibe, and then you return to their stream every now and then you become part of their community, and then they might be like, oh, they might ask, do you stream, or or you might ask them tips about streaming and stuff. And then that way you've sort of joined the community, and then other people in that chat know you as well because you're in there all the time, and they're in there as well, and you all like the same streamer, and then they'll be like, oh, do you stream? And then they find out you stream too, and there was a streamer like what's his name? Because Yeti streams. He was a streamer I came across and I just liked. And I was in there all the time. He's a streamer in Los Angeles, I think. And I was in there for like 3 months before I said to him, I didn't say to him, but I let it slip that I streamed. And he was like, you stream? And I was like, oh, and then he came to my channel and he couldn't believe it because I've been in there for so long and I wasn't promoting myself or anything, but I was just in there for the pure enjoyment. But then he brought all over his community to my stream.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
Yeah.
That's another one. Is just I need to stress, you need to plug yourself or find a community, because as you guys know, streaming at the beginning by yourself is hard. And if you didn't have a community, it could take months for you to hit affiliate. But we've had people come in who so Loki Laura, she was someone that was just in our streams all the time and wasn't a streamer, and she'd be in the VC, she'd chat with us, and she'd be in everyone's streams, and then she asked us in VCs like, oh, hey guys, I'm thinking of streaming, can I get some help or something? Like, yeah, sure. So everyone, because she'd been showing that sort of support and became part of the fams, her first stream had over 20 people.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but she had I want to say done the groundwork for so she had been part of people's streams or in the Discord for months, and then she did a stream and it just everyone was there because everyone was like, yo, Lori streaming, let's go, But had she done it from the beginning on her own for 3 months, she wouldn't have had that same reception 3 months into streaming.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to those ones who are here who aren't streamers, And then, and then the community wants them to stream, so then when stream, asking for a friend.
That's the other thing in the Discord is people that don't stream, they're in there streaming sometimes. to the fams. One example I can give is like Rebug. Rebug's, I don't know if you know, you probably don't know who he is, but he's just someone that just comes into the Discord and just chats to us. But he
That's
doesn't
cool.
stream. But then in Discord, because he's a shy guy, he'll stream in Discord like what he's doing. You know, he's playing Grand Theft Auto or something. So he's like, a lot of people are comfortable streaming to people they know or just the fans.
With.
But they're a bit afraid. So yeah, a lot of the times people come in and just stream in the Discord, which is me.
That's a good way to start.
Yeah, it is. And your guys' community is how I found Loki, Laura. Yeah, that's how I found her. That's also why I love your guys' community, because even with the stream week, awesome idea, by the way. I didn't know most of the gals that were in the stream week, but because I'm always like, and my friends that I play with, I'm like, oh man, I need more gamer friends like that are girls. So I was so happy when I was able to meet a lot of new streamer gals. So thank you guys for that, by the way. That is such an awesome idea, and actually,
now that I think about it, after last night, all three of us have been on the Most Wanted stream week. So we've been fortunate enough to be chosen for stream week. You know, very humbled about that. Thank you so much, bro.
It's always, and it's not about being chosen, bro. It's just about, if you want to be on it, like hit us up. You know.
Yeah.
You guys,
Well, I guess in saying that, like, none of us are really out there looking for the fame. You know, we just stream because we like to stream. You know, so for people to be able to recognize it and say, "Oh, you should be on," stream, it's like, oh yeah, okay.
It's the platform's there for everyone. You know, it's what I realized when I first started doing the hot seat was that people were coming through and asking, "Yo, who's on next week? Who do you have on next week?" And it created a sort of buzz. You know, like nowadays and age, if you want to watch a program, you just open up Netflix and you can watch the whole season. But this sort of took people back to the days of like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen on the next episode of what was it? Prison Break. Those sort of things. So like there was sort of like a sort of hype around the hot seat. Like, oh, yo, who have you got on next week? Who have you got on next week? And then I was like, yo, how can I recreate this for every other day? So like, I was, and that was the beauty of it. Like I had people like, big props to Claim who helped out so much with the, creating this stream week thing, and also to Rusty and Kazillion who have been absolute goats in creating, the artwork and the promo stuff as well. But yeah, when we sat there in the Discord, and that's what we love doing, is just sitting in Discord and throwing ideas around. No idea is a bad idea. That's the thing. If you got people come like, oh, what do you think about this? I was like, just do it, bro. Like, we don't care. Just do it. We're going to be there and we'll push it. And when it came to the stream week and thinking, I want to create this buzz, but for every other day, how can we do this? And it led on to snowboard into thinking, why do we have other streamers on every day? Instead of me just doing my promo work for hot seat, every Tuesday and Wednesday alternating, why do we do something where we can promote like a different streamer but on separate days? So sort of like a TV guide sort of thing. And props again to Jiggy as well, who helped set all that the promo work up for that as well. But yeah, that's what it became. It became another platform that we created, not for us. It's we've only jumped in the stream week because like we needed a filler, or something. We would so rather have other people on the stream week, and it's been so cool because when we've hit people up, like, oh man, like I don't think I'm good enough. You're like, no, you're like you're fine, like, because people look at other people's streams and they're like, oh, that stream's way professional, like my stream looks bootleg. So I don't. They feel like they don't deserve. Like everyone deserves to be on the stream week.
Sometimes the scuff ones are the best ones, though.
Yeah.
Scuff
Yeah.
ones are the best ones.
Sometimes
Yeah.
the best ones, so if things don't go as planned and you pull through, that's the shit in my eyes.
Harder.
Yeah.
You dealt with the problem, but I with the bro, I agree with the bro. If
Yeah.
we're like anyone's running anything and they ask you, they've already thought about it. They already
Yeah.
think you're good enough.
Yeah.
So
That's-
if we ask
yeah.
people for the boil too, we've already thought about this, and the fact that we ask you, we think you're good enough.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
got to believe in
Hard.
yourself that you're good enough,
Hmm.
and I think that's another reason why we run the second boil like this. Is like
Yeah.
our people. We've got a lot of really, really good traits, but we don't
Oh.
believe in ourselves enough.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost too humble, eh?
I've got to ask then. With all the awesome advice that you give out, can I humbly ask, how often do you take your own advice? And
Respectfully.
yeah,
Respectfully.
hey, and
I feel attacked too. I don't know.
hey, and
Attacking
like
everyone in chat.
give yourself props and encourage
Yeah.
yourself as a streamer. You're going so far out of your way to help support other people, but everybody's
100%.
all saying, "What about you?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's why as I've taken a sort of like a small break from doing the hot seat, but
Yeah.
the hot seat was the closest thing I ever had to a what do you call it? A schedule. I never had a schedule before, but then I sort of got tired of like the only games I'll stream is like new release games. So I'm telling you guys now, like this is something that I thought of when I first started. This was going to be like, how you talk about niches,
yeah,
like finding a niche. So when I started the hot seat, I didn't see like any sort of talkback stuff on stream. So I was like, yo, that's a little niche I can hit there. But that reminded me of like when I started streaming, my niche I wanted to do, and this is like a secret. Not really a secret, it's there. It's people haven't capitalized on it, is that New Zealand is the first country in the world to see the new day. So when games come out and they release at midnight, we get it first. So when you see streamers like Ninja or those guys saying like early access, it's early access like compared like it's only early access in line with New Zealand.
Yeah.
So there was what was a game? There was a game. So here's an example. I streamed Avengers. I streamed at 11 p.m. like a midnight, and the title's like midnight release Avengers.
I did too, bro. It's
First in the world. And I had like 160 people sitting in my stream before the stream even like started. I had it on like a waiting screen, and it was people from all over the world. And it's not a secret. It's like people should know this. You know, so I've done streams where I've did a midnight stream, and one of them was Cyberpunk. Was another, and I had heaps of people, and there were people that from the States that couldn't play it till the next day.
Yeah.
So that was like that's a niche, and like
some parts of the state is 2 p.m. the next day our time.
Yeah. It is that was a niche that I was wanting to hit at the early on, but the midnight streams that's not a secret. That's common. Like people should know that.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that not more New Zealand streamers were doing it. When I did Cyberpunk, I had Australian streamers come through saying, "Oh man, I so want to watch this, but they got to wait 2 hours." So Aussie, like the earliest Australians can stream a game from midnight release is 2 a.m. our time. So we've already had it for 2 hours, And yeah, honest, I'm saying this now because people need to do more of these streams, these midnight release. That's another niche. Yeah. That's sort of off topic. I can't even remember what the question was now.
Not you, Bo. About you, talk about anything.
yeah.
Tell you,
Hey, this is your live, yo.
Evil stream.
Yeah, basically this is your live, yo.
Yeah, the last one I did was the Resident Evil one, and I did like a full.
That was
on
dope.
stream.
Yeah, that was cool.
See, that's another niche. That if there's a game coming out that you like, and it's it's got a midnight release. Stream it. People come through from all over the world just to watch you, and it's pretty dope. And that's another way you can grow your channel is finding small niches like you guys now. There's not enough talkback, podcasting on Twitch, and there was a so where I work, I look after some residents, and there's one of the residents, she's been having some issues, and I asked her what's she learning, and she's like third year at uni, and she's like, oh, I'm learning 2 languages. I'm learning Japanese and Māori. And I'm like, and I told her about you guys.
Whoa.
And I was like, yo, do you know what Discord is? She was like, Discord? And I'm like, yo, there's this awesome group, Nazi Gaming, and they do these like Te Reo Māori classes, and they have different levels, because I look at it, and they've got like the rooms 1 to 5 or 6, and it's for all different levels. And I gave her my email, and I'm waiting for her to email me back so I can send her the link to your guys' Discord, because I said you need to create a Discord, and at first it'll look weird, but I'll introduce you to the brothers and sisters in there, and they'll be able to take care of you, because especially through lockdown,
Yeah.
there's no connection between people, so a lot of people, like, Discord has been a lot of help for a lot of people, and a lot of people still don't even know what Discord is.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's interesting. A
100%,
lot of
yeah.
people are still foreign to Discord as well, or like, and haven't utilized it to its full potential.
Yeah.
For those of us that are gamers, we're like, bro, I'll see you on Discord.
So yeah. I actually legit tried to get one of my officers to switch over to Discord because of how shit Skype was.
Yeah. Skype,
Hey, like
Zoom can get it.
Zoom.
I don't
Yeah.
like the business case
This
and
was actually
everything.
good. Yeah.
Hmm.
This
Yeah.
is the goat.
No, I was picking up.
Yeah, in terms when it comes to learning Te Reo, we got the bro below me is one of quite a few in the Discord who will happily share any knowledge. Because I've been annoying him ever since I met him. But bro, how do I say this? Oh, what do I do in this? What is that? Because I'm like the ultra amateur. So we got like the full spectrum. The full
Actually, on that, probably one of the ones that I enjoy, like supporting, I guess, is old Iraqchi, because I know the profession that is going in. So, the man is going to be a Te Reo Māori teacher, working in a kura.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm coming to you, bro. I'm coming to support you, 100.
Yeah, and it was so cool because like when I had Iraq on the hot seat, people didn't know that he taught Te Reo Māori.
Yeah.
And then when he told everyone, he was like, hey. And then there was a time where one of my RAs, she had to introduce herself in Māori, and she's Asian, and she didn't know how to pronounce certain words. And Iraq was in the chat, and I said to her, like, oh, yo, I'll ask one of the boys, he teaches Te Reo Māori, and she's like, oh, when will you get back? And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna ask him right now. Like, she didn't know what this code was either. She was like buzzing out, and I was like, yo, we'll just ask him. And I asked Iraq, and he said, oh, this is how you pronounce it. And I told her, she was like, hey, and I was like, yeah, real time teachers here, 24/7.
Here's a tip from an amateur. If you understand Japanese and Spanish vowels, then you understand Māori vowels.
Yeah.
Same rules.
Actually,
So a lot of us should, because we're all like, a lot of us are anime enthusiasts. Hey,
Yeah. Enthusiasts, like
especially this one.
Hey, you'll be surprised as well how closely connected Polynesian languages are.
Tell me you like anime without telling me you like anime.
Oh, I'm so new to anime. It's this one over here. Wait, this one.
Tell me like anime without telling me.
Yeah, this guy. Oh.
That's me. So, Sam, with everything that you've achieved to date, have you got any like future aspirations for yourself as a streamer in this space?
Not really. I would really love to see someone from the community get partnered. I would really love to see that. And if we're able to help them and assist them in their journey and getting partnered, that would be like huge. I'd be like absolutely over the moon if
Yeah.
because everyone here I believe deserves a partner, but the reality is, and you look at the stats, there's 0.% of streamers make partnered, and that was the other major influence in creating the stream week was why wait for that? We don't people don't need to be partnered to be showcased. People don't need to be partnered to be put out there. So if we create our own space where we all, promote it and stuff and get it out there, we, in a way, create our own front page. So every time, Flame puts out a post or, I put out a post or Rusty or, everyone else, it gets pushed beyond your own community. And that was the other big idea behind Shumik, as Hot Chocks was saying. She don't know any other girl streamers. So, we were able to, through our connections, find other girl streamers from other communities and put them on the 1 week. They were all there for everyone to see. And like, oh, I don't know who this person is. I don't know who Hot Chocks is. I don't know who Sia is. I don't know who, Jude is. They're all from different areas of the community. But as I said, we're such a small community, we should not be separated. So that was the other big idea behind streaming was linking people. Finding other like-minded people, finding other streamers that you might relate to, that you might like, ones that you weren't aware of. See, and then when Kazillion came up with the idea, like beautiful idea of having the banners. That was awesome too. So if I come to to Hot Chocks' stream when she did the stream, on the bottom, I might be part of her community, but I don't know who these other people are. So it's also you're getting promoted on other people's streams, but you're also promoting other people. And it all comes back to like we're such a small community, we shouldn't be fighting over crumbs, so that's why I love pushing so many people. Like hats off to again to Kazillion for coming off the banner idea. That was beautiful. Like he was like, I've got an idea, and we're like, yo, that is dope, man. So again, I can't thank you enough to Kazillion, Claim, and Rusty and Jiggy
Can we get
for
shout outs
helping put
mods
this
for
together.
those people?
Yeah, because I couldn't do that. I couldn't have done this without them. And it's not something that I've done. It's something that we've come together and done as a collective.
Yeah.
And
I think when you got like-minded people around, like the ideas flow.
Yeah.
And then once you get in that space, you just start stacking, and then you end up with something awesome.
Yeah.
I think that same mentality can be said for the co-hosts here. Like honestly, even though I'm the one that's streaming the second boil, there's no way that I'll personally be able to do this without them. So the idea of having people, come and support you, it doesn't become a one-man show, and the results are huge. When people get on board. Oh, Erock G, don't forget the fourth host. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sambo,
Hey,
you know when you're streaming,
our fourth host.
you know when you
Greg?
started streaming, did you know of many New Zealand streamers at the time too? And was it hard to find them? Because I couldn't find any who was at all.
Yeah. It was. I would like to say like shout outs to Ciale. He was someone that linked me to a lot of people. He came into my chat, and I still remember because at the time I was like, I don't know any other streamers, poly streamers or Pacific streamers or New Zealand streamers, and I asked him, I was like, yo, do you know any streamers, bro? And I think that was my first interaction with Ciale. Elias, he plays RP, and he plays a sax too. He's a goat at it, and he put me onto Classic, and Classic is another huge influence to where I am today. He's been like my big brother, really. He was someone that and he still is someone that I can go to if I ever needed anything, and I can say that on behalf of a lot of people, because Classic's another person that does a lot behind the scenes, as well as Claim, because Claim never streamed for a long time.
Wow.
And he only started streaming like this year, I think. He was always, everyone knows him as like the Swing King, I don't know. But yeah, Classic and Claim and Ciale were like my very first sort of, they sort of guided me through, because they'd been on Twitch for a while. I know Ciale had, but yeah, Classic has helped me out a lot and been sort of that person that, if I hit up, is what do you reckon about this? Or he'll tell me, yeah, all goods or nah. And yeah, so yeah, I just want to say a huge thank you to Classic and Claim and Cialu for
Shout out to the King of Swing in the
helping me out.
bonus round.
Bonus round even.
King of Swing in the bonus round. Mad shout out.
And yeah, after you start finding, there's heaps of them.
Yeah, there is. That's the thing, is like you see it, you couldn't find anyone. And I was like, man, like we need to somehow connect these people because, as Pacific Islanders, we are family orientated. We're very family orientated. So
We represent our community first, bro.
Yeah, growing up, being the eldest, I always ate last. I made sure that my siblings ate first. I made sure that my parents had enough, or like my siblings ate, and then I just, I grew up like freaking. Oh my gosh, like, are you guys like the eldest children, or do you guys have like younger siblings and stuff? Any of you guys?
On my mother's, yeah, but I have 2 older stepsisters. So, but I feel you because I'm the only boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the younger.
Okay, Hot Chocks, do you get away with things that your siblings didn't get away with at your age?
Well, the thing is, I'm actually an
Yeah.
only child, but my
Okay.
cousins, I call them my brothers and sisters, and there's 8 of us because
Yeah.
I grew up with them, and I'm the youngest. But to be honest, it was me and my older sister. She's only 2 years old. We got away with so much shit that they didn't get away with.
Yeah.
Like next level. But
Yeah.
and we still get a lot of shit for it now.
I mean, like, I called myself like the icebreaker because growing up, I was never allowed to go to anyone's house. I was never, even like when I got to uni, I was never allowed to go. We had like some club function in town at one of the clubs or something, and wasn't allowed to go. But then, my sister who's like 5 years younger than me, or like when she got to uni, that she was able to go out and so was my little brother. They were at high school going to their mates' houses, and I was like, Mom, you never let me go to my friend's house. Like, you should not let them go. Like, here I am, like, salty that they were able to go to their friends. And I was like, no, I don't want them to go because I couldn't go. If I couldn't go, they shouldn't go.
You give them mokos, bro, and you don't even recognize these people.
But then,
who was this person I was like nearly half killed at dinner time? You want to cut the crust off for you, moko?
I do respect the eldest child, though. I respect the eldest child. Like, my eldest sister, like, she has got our back 100. Like, I always go to her for any advice, or like if I'm going through a midlife crisis, well, that's what I call it. I'll always go to her, and she's always got me. Like, I respect, and they take the shit from like our parents, so I respect them.
To be fair though, being the elders, there would have been privileges that came with that too, surely. Compared to your siblings, what were some of the privileges?
I actually can't say. Like, I got no privileges growing up. The privileges I got was I got to do the dishes after dinner. I was also privileged with the vacuum, like vacuum the house.
Oh my god!
Sometimes I was privileged with the vacuum handle in other ways, but.
So you never got the remote first. You were never the guy who got to choose the game over the siblings. It was always the younger one.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I got those privileges.
So that is normal.
Normal. Hey.
Yeah. I got player 1 privileges.
Player 1 privileges.
You got player 1 privileges. Me.
I got disconnected player 2 called thinking I'm playing. That was my
I was growing up. I had Tekken 3 on PlayStation 1, and I would play with my siblings, and I would waste them all the time. Like, obviously, because they're way younger than me. But what I'd do is I'd pick my character, and they'll pick their character, and then during the loading screen, how you have the loading screen, versus, and I would like be like pretending to input buttons, and then I was like, yeah, put in double damage. Yeah, so I got the privilege of playing pranks, so I was like, yeah, put in unlimited health. And my little brother and sister would just start crying, and they're like, stop cheating, you know, trying to grab the controller out of my hand and stuff. But yeah, growing up, I got to play a lot of pranks. One I'll confess now, my baby sister, she was in her in her sort of, she was at the table in her food chair, and I don't know what I was doing, but I was doing this, just pretending to doing this with my foot, flopping around, and I did it real hard, and my shoe flew off, and I broke the window, but I broke the window right in front of my sister, and then so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to hiding for this. And then what I did was I grabbed the wooden blocks that I owned, and I put them on my sister's table, and I chucked some outside, and I was like, no. So yeah, I got to use them as excuses.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
the
setups.
Yes, the plus frame setups.
Let's crack up.
So yeah, so man had the life hacks of Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
it's
Yes,
it's funny
Cookie.
that setups Doom.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to reflect back, because originally the question was future aspirations for all that. I don't even know if we got to an answer.
Oh, future aspirations. Okay, I'll answer this one. With
Over the world.
in the city, we're always looking at what else we can do. You know, what else? You know, so Chiggy, he has projects. You know, his projects are finding small streamers and helping them out. So for myself, I guess just keep doing the hot seats and the Tekken tourneys and that, and just trying to figure out what the next thing is that we can do to help people, or how we can evolve the stream week. So that's why it's good having other people in there, because originally it was just doing streamers, but then Kazillion came up with the idea of maybe we can do themed streams, and we're like, yo, that is mean, and that gave birth to doing the all female week stream, or the NSSG takeover stream. We've got some language weeks coming up, Tongan language weeks coming up around the corner. So we're looking at
That's so exciting.
putting together Tongan streamers, and Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori's happening. So I think the week after that. So yeah, we've planned a lot around the stream week and what we can do to keep things exciting, and So if you guys have any, we want to do a Nazi gaming takeover like we did for NSSG. So that's another thing we'll look at doing further down the road. And the clan battle, the Tekken clan battle.
Yes,
Yes,
it's gotta happen.
It's
gotta happen.
That's gonna be on.
I know Loki, Jiggy's been coming up with his NG threats, getting ready to say, yeah, we got you. But I just want to say before, it's really interesting. He will be the guy that would never say I. Even though we're asking the question about him, this is your life, yo. We trying to talk about you. Okay, it's never an I in the situation, it's always a we.
No, not a single one tonight, eh?
No.
Except for when he set up his little sister.
Yeah. Hey. He never says I, he says I, okay.
Oh my god! Someone ban him.
Ban him from the streamer.
Well, he's got the rocks.
I guess that just comes back to again, the way we were brought up as Pacific Islanders. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
100.
you know, we eat together at the table, or you know, you're always
Yeah.
looking after the young
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or, you know, you're always making sure that your matua have got what they need. They've got their food. They've got their, you know, it's always service first
Yeah.
before anything for yourself.
Yeah.
That's probably where that stems from, because you know I said it, I never think, oh, you know, what do I need first? Well,
Yeah.
it's just was like, you know, growing up was like, oh, you know, does my little sister have enough? Does my little brother have enough? Growing up, I never had like you know, the latest gears, the latest you know, rugby, you know, branded rugby boots. I never had like that sort of stuff. I was always, you know, thankful for. I always had stuff from, you know, the warehouse, but that's all my parents could afford at the time. But then when I grew up and I had a job and stuff, and then, you know, I made sure my siblings had that stuff. You know, my brother had like, you know, the boots he wanted, or you know, my sister had, you know, what she needed for, you know, whatever it was. So I think it comes back to, as you guys were saying, it's engraved in our DNA to always be serving before you get served.
Yeah.
Right. And the wari stuff done the job, bro. Going
Yeah,
to
but-
those old B-52s. No.
It was British. Was it British? Do you remember those?
Yeah, they had those too. Yeah.
Those British shoes, you know, with the Velcro ships, bro. I wore those for like sprinting, man, and I got first in primary school, so they did the job.
Does anyone remember
Wait,
Home
wait.
Direct? You know the truck?
That's
Yeah.
still,
Is that
that's
just-
still going.
It's still
That's still
going.
going.
Is that still a thing?
It's still a
Yeah.
thing.
So,
Jeez, yeah.
in saying that, like, did you grow up in Christchurch?
Yeah. My parents they
Okay.
met here in the 80s, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And
like, how many other fast
how many-
someones would there
Oh.
be in Christchurch?
there's Richie Monga. He's pretty fast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Slashingers. Oh, sorry.
Slazingers, yeah.
Yeah. Submerge.
Yeah, life could have been very different for me because my parents they met here in the 80s in Christchurch, and they got married and then they had me. But then, as soon as I was born, my mum said to my dad, "We should move to Auckland." And then my dad said, "Why is that?" And I was like, "Oh, because that's where all the family is. You know, because Auckland is full of, you know, all the islanders up there." And all our families up there. Like up until maybe 5 years ago, I had no other family here in Christchurch. But yeah, my dad said, "Why should we move to Auckland for?" And I was like, "Because all the families up there." And then my dad said to Mum, "That's exactly why we're not going there." So yeah, I have my dad to thank for you know, me not going to Auckland. So, I could have been a lot different. I would have been a lot different if I grew up in Auckland. So yeah, I have my old man to thank for choosing the future 12-time Super Rugby Championship as our home.
I like
Sure.
that. Yeah, that's a mean. But shout out to your dad.
More flex.
Hey.
Yeah, shout out to my old man.
That is quite flex to have on the stream.
Hey. So unfortunately, Auckland, that's why you miss out on having Suplexcity up there.
Oh,
Oh,
Sam,
yeah.
bro, you know what the scary ghosts or the scary ghosts are making the boo noises.
Yeah. At least I
No.
can boo this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
boo
they're
that
just
guy.
mad because Melbourne hasn't claimed you yet, so yeah. But
That's the thing about you know, when you have like family like this, it's never, "Oh, I love you, bro." It's always, "Oh, like cookie whore," or like playing just always putting me down there. So
yeah. But they do
Yeah.
it because they love you. Hey.
It's usually
that's-
your mods too, eh?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
always the mods, man. It's always
Mods.
it's because they get too comfortable, you know. They're like, "Oh," you know. But then I always put claim and check all the time because I remove his mod. Yeah.
I mean, bro, we are slowly getting to that point, but before we do, would no, actually, I'll pass it to you, my bro. You can ask the golden question.
Oh, yep. Before I do that though, wrestling, bro, take us on that talk. It's in your name. It's in your
Yo.
name, bro. It's in your name.
Oh, FSG. Pulse.
Oh.
in gaming, Suplexcity. It was just a name, like at the time. Like, I liked wrestling. Favorite wrestler is Razor Ramon.
Scott
And
Hall.
you know,
Yo, old school, let's go.
Scott
Razor's Edge.
Hall.
yeah. My old man got me into wrestling. We always went to United Video and got those, 5 tapes for $10.
Yeah.
You know the tapes, and they had
Yeah.
like real nice, like the covers, and it was like
So
the art was dope. Yeah,
You would have been
But I
around
feel
when the video van used to go around and used to be able to hire them from. Did you have the van there at the time?
I don't think we had it in Christchurch, but there was the United Video we had here was huge.
Hey,
Like the United Video building now, there's now 3 businesses operating out of it. So
Whoa.
they've they've cut it into like 3 sections, and now 3 different. It's a bakery, it's a AMI, and something else. But before it was massive. Like the day and age of going in there and what are you gonna watch, and then getting your
Usually on the
five
Friday,
videos.
bro.
Yep.
Friday night at the United Video or Video Easy, picking your games and
Yeah.
movies and that.
Yeah, like putting the tape in and then it's not rewound, and you're like, mother, and you got to wait there for like a minute for your tape to rewind and stuff. But yeah, it was super exciting. It was just because I was into wrestling, and my dad's favorite wrestler was Jake the Snake,
Jake
and
the Snake Roberts.
I just love, Jake the Snake Roberts. Did you know that he invented the DDT? So the DDT wasn't his actual finisher at the time.
Well,
He was the creator of it. So there was a match where he was fighting Steamboat.
yeah.
And he went for like a suplex, but he had him in like a headlock. And he went for like a snap suplex.
Yeah.
But so snap suplex up here, and he went to snap, like this quick snap and then lift. But he snapped and he stood on his foot, and in turn wasn't able to lift him up, and they both fell back. And then
Wow.
everyone was like, "Oh." And then Steamboat's bro just pinned me, and that was how DDT came across. Was created. Yeah,
The accident.
by pure accident. But yeah, that's just a little fun fact for everyone out there.
No.
But yeah, it was just I like wrestling, and at the time, I couldn't think of anything else. So I thought Suplexcity. People like, is that what's his name? Who's the guy? The guy that went to MMA with the sword tattoo down his chest.
Oh, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar, because he has Suplexcity or something, but it was nothing to do with that. And then FSG was just because when I first started streaming, I was like, oh, I see all these clans. I'm pretty sure I must have like a clan to stream or something. So, after a year and a half, I'm still the only member of my clan. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
No one wants to join my clan.
And I think it speaks for itself within your Tekken gaming as well, eh? So who do you mean?
Oh, King.
Yeah.
Do you reckon if someone's play King for like the next King to be someone?
Gee.
The funny thing, I've had this discussion with people because they're like, "Oh, why do all Islanders play King?" And I'm like, I only mained King this Tekken. So in Tekken 6, my main was Steve Fox. So when Tekken 7 was released and I had the chance to play Steve Fox, I went straight to Steve, but I didn't like how he was like what they did because the game mechanics had changed. So yeah, things had changed for him. So I was like, and then I just went around and I tried other characters and I just landed on King. But then, I think every other Islander landed, and I think it's the wrestling background. It's growing up watching wrestling, and loving to pull off like an instant shining wizard or the tombstones and stuff like that. So yeah,
I think Molangi still gets upset that you don't pull off the big boy grabs, eh? So
It's so knowledgeable about it.
yeah. They ask, "Yo, how do you break this?" And I'm like, "Bro, that's for you to find out.
yeah.
That's for me to know, you to find out." But the thing is that I don't even know how to break my own grabs. So if I verse another king and they do a grab on me, I'm like, I don't even know what the breaks are. So when I verse some of the boys and they're like, "Yo, how do you break that move?" And I'm like, I don't know, bro. It's not for me to know.
Thankfully for the bro, Matua's grabbed me enough times where I know the escapes for most of them.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Since I railroaded it, I might have to pass the golden question on to Choco.
What is this
Oh,
question?
Oh, a golden question. Okay, if you could put one thing in the world, one thing, can only be one. What's your one favorite food? Top tier,
Oh.
goats,
Yeah.
Godfather foods?
My mum's chop suey.
Let's go.
Good
Mum's
answer.
chop suey.
Always. I notice with these favorite foods, it's always like a specific person has to make the specific food.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that sets Mum's chop suey apart from other chop suey?
Any special recipe or?
Or was it the fact that she makes it?
It's because every time she gives me a boss, she's like, "Love you, son."
Aww, that's cute.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
that's
the
so
best
sweet.
ingredient, eh?
Yeah.
Hey.
I'll tell you, like one of my biggest achievements ever was
Yeah.
when I went over to mum and dad's for Sunday feast, and I made chow mein. I made like lamb chow mein, and I took it over, and had Sunday feast. Everyone had a main feed, as you guys know. Came home, and my mum rang me, and she asked me for the recipe for it, and I was like, hey, like, no way was my mum asking me for the recipe for, because we all know like our mothers make mean feeds.
Yeah,
So
They
they
set
cook
the
up a
bar,
stew.
Oh.
They set
and
the
honor.
Hey.
the unreachable bar. What?
Yeah. So when mum rang me, I was like, oh my gosh, have I clocked life? Is this
Yeah.
is this it? What
Have
is
I
there after this? What is there after this?
Can we get our content creators to make us Sam a FSG Love You Son with a bowl of chop suey emote, please? Yeah, sweet. Thank you.
Yo. What about you guys? What are yours?
That's for us to know.
Oh.
That's for
Hey,
our
hey, yeah.
Guys, welcome to the hot seat. I have here Hot Shots, Matsumoto, and Ultra Mega joining me on the hot seat. Oh,
Yeah.
get the script though.
And the second ball just got hotter. Hey, the pot is on. Now, cup on my way. Sam, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on here on the second ball, my bro. Thank you so much. Do you have any final message shout-outs that you'd like to make?
Just for everyone out there, man. Like, I cannot stress this enough. Like, if you've got an idea that you want to do, don't sit on it. Just do it. And again, there's communities out here, like Nazi Gaming, that will help you out with that. And if they feel like they aren't the people for it, they can put you onto other people. And I always say that on my streamers. I was like, if I can't help you out, there's someone else that I know that will be able to help you out. So don't sit there and just think, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do this, I'll do this thing tomorrow, I'll do it next week or whatever. Just do it now. Get the ball rolling. And if you need assistance in that, or if you need some sort of encouragement, come and talk. Come and talk to the brothers and sisters that are part of all these awesome communities. I just want to see more content. It's me being greedy, but I just want to see more content. So
be greedy.
Yeah.
Feel free. This is your live, yo.
This is your life, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you shout out? Iraq GA.
Claim's ready. He's waiting for you to shout out to everybody. So
Yeah.
do it one at a time.
Shout out to everyone. Iraq wants to shout out to Pokemon.
Yeah.
Someone needs to suss the guy out here.
Shout out to Pokemon.
Shout out to you guys as well for providing this platform to be able to talk to the various streamers in the community as well. So I cannot be more happier for you guys, and I hope that you guys keep this up. And again, if you guys need anything from us, let us know. We'll be there for you guys. And again, it's been a privilege to come onto your guys' second boil up. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I think you've been instrumental in helping the second boil rise to where it is today. So, back to you. Back to you, my bro. So, Kapai, any more shoutouts or you done?
I'm done.
Kapai.
Everyone that knows, everyone I love, they know I love them. So shout outs to the communities. Shout out to everyone there out there doing the grind. Yeah, keep it up.
Mean.
Love it.
Okay.
Thank
Kapai
you.
Choco, we'll pass it on to you.
Shout out to chat. Thanks, you guys have been vibing. It's been awesome for the raids and the gifts as well. Yahuahs. But it's been awesome laughing at your guys' comments. Stop calling me out. I don't know about wrestling, okay? It was not if it wasn't obvious. But yeah, thanks Sam for popping through, man. I was really excited about this, and thank you so much for your guys' community as well. Honestly, your guys' community is dope as, and that goes to you guys as well. If you guys need help with anything, we are 100% here, like in your corner as always, to support you guys as well. I think that's important. I love the vibe all our communities are creating. So thank you so much for that. And shout out to my co-host. Love being here. Love the vibes always.
Oh, can I just say one thing real quick? Sorry.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Izzy. Izzy is from Papua New Guinea. He's someone that we just came across. If you see Izzy in the chat,
Let's go.
give him a follow. Izzy, yeah, he just started streaming like
He's the man.
recently. Yeah, he's streaming from Papua New Guinea. So yeah. Oh, and another thing, if you guys didn't know, if you go to browse in Twitch and you search up, you can type in, Tongan, Māori, Samoan, the added tags. So the way we came across Izzy was Rusty and typed in Pacific Islander, and yeah, that's we'll talk about how Twitch doesn't do anything for what is it? What's that word that they use? They don't do anything when it comes to exposure.
Yeah.
When you come across, when you watch something on YouTube gives the algorithm gives you other stuff similar to that. Twitch doesn't do that, but they've added these tags, and so if you type in, maybe like Spanish, and then Spanish streamers will come up. So yeah, shout outs to Izzy, please. He's just started. He's from Papua New Guinea, which is awesome. And we've come across another duo streamer from Fiji. They're pretty mean too. So yeah, if you have time and you want to find other content creators or streamers, so to your liking, definitely use those tags. Sorry, that's definitely the last thing. My bad.
You're right. You're right.
All good.
You're live, yo.
You're live, yo.
You done, Choco?
Yeah, that's me, bro. Your turn.
Like always, bro. Like I always thank all our guests for just taking the time out. You can never get time back, so just a huge thank you, bro. Thank you to you, your community, all the boys for all the mahi you do. Can't thank you enough. There's always something to be grateful for. I do want to plug Izzy though. So if you want to watch someone, he's got the voice of an angel with 5 strings on the guitar, a real guitar. Check out streams on Fridays.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's what a real guitar is. You got like 5 strings and still make it work. He's a cool guy. That's a real guitar. Again, chat. Chat's been popping off. Thanks for coming through. And Trip wasn't here, the youngest of my Ultra Mega whānau.
That's
he's
cool,
finally starting to peak in there, so I'll chuck him in there. So Trip finally made along. He's the good one of all of us. He probably trolls the least amount.
Well, he's gonna start trolling more, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's almost way too nice.
Let's go.
He'll be the fix the guy. I say, no nice being around here. Sub Trip. Does Trip stream?
No, he's going to. I'm going to get all of them too. They don't have a choice.
Oh.
Bully.
Hey, see. What is it? Firstborn privileges? Hey, yo.
Getting your people around you to recognize their strengths and showing it to
Player
everyone.
1 privileges.
Yeah. Player 1 privileges.
Let's go.
It's not called bullying either. It's called positive reinforcement or positive encouragement.
No, yeah, let's just go. Bullying sounds better.
We do a lot of positive reinforcement in the city, guys. So yeah.
And just to all our guests, past, future, So yeah, thank you for coming along. And if we ask you, don't ask yourself if you're worthy, because we've already thought about it.
Say yes.
Hard out.
Just say yes.
Just
say
yes.
yes.
Just say
Yeah.
and to our, the co-host, thank you for making this what it is. And
Hard out.
that's me. That is me. I'm done for now. Oh no,
Okay.
Rusty, not till November.
Can't wait. Before I get into it, do we want to figure out who we're gonna raid? Any suggestions, Mr. Godfather of Stream?
Hey, just stop there.
Yeah, it's apparently it's official now. So
Yeah, there
yeah.
was a vote. There was a vote in the stream, and it was.
I
Yeah,
didn't see the vote, so
yeah, I know, because it wasn't your decision to make. It was Chet's.
There was like 108 votes out of like 50.
Lies.
Yeah, and, Kahu was 90% of them. So yeah, the Godfather. You would claim.
Yeah.
But
I don't have anyone. You guys just sent it to me as well.
okay.
Elias is live if you wanna read.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. One of the shout-outs from
Shall is on. Let's go. Yeah. My local father. Okay.
Oh man.
Well, firstly, I want to make a huge shout out to your family. So your mum, because she makes an awesome chop suey. You know, like without that chop suey, you wouldn't become the man that you are today. So yeah, shout outs to your mum, shout outs to your dad. You know, shout outs to your siblings for putting up with you with their setups and having to put up with the player 2 privileges and even the player 3 and 4 when there wasn't one. Shout outs to the city for everything that you've done for us, as individual streamers and as a collective. And for the OCE community, you are an absolute gem. You definitely made our streaming journey a lot easier. So yeah, hard out, easier and enjoyable. So thank you so much, Sam. Bro, it goes without saying, everything, all the advice that you've given, all the support that you've given, all the subs that you've given. No, if I had the power to do so, I would swing you right now, but because I don't, even on my own stream, no, the best I can do is say thank you very much, my bro. It's been an honor, a pleasure, and a privilege to have you here. Finally, no, because we know that you're a busy man. Shout out to everyone that you've had on the hot seat, because now you understand what they went through when they were being interviewed by you. So yeah, hopefully you've learned something from this. And now, chat, yous have been too awesome. I'd love to give you each mod so you can all swing yourselves. Level 4 hype train. Yeah, I'm grateful, but at the same time, I'm even more grateful that you're just here listening to the bro have his cordial. So thank you very much for that. Means a lot to us. With that being said, who else we got in there? Claim, you've been an absolute legend, modding in the chat. Thank you so much. Same with you, Kahu, Siko. Everybody in chat, you're all super awesome. Appreciate it. Narere te whānau, tēnā koutou, chobro. Please take a photo. And that is us. We are out.
Let's go! Ka kite whānau.
And yep. Right.
Yep.
Let's go.